All right, welcome guys to our YouTube channel where we are focused on raising private capital and investing with purpose. So whether you are like a new investor or an experienced investor or even looking to raise capital for your business, understanding the art of raising private capital is super competitive in today's competitive landscape. So join us as we navigate the complex realm of attracting investors, securing funding, and building meaningful relationships that fuel your business growth.
Hey guys, we are so happy to be here on another episode where we're going to be talking about the differences between interest and equity. I'm excited about this. Kalisha, how about you?
They mix it up too. They're like
Yeah.
they don't know the difference between being a private money lender and like getting interest only, getting equity. Some deals you get interest and equity. It all depends on the exit strategy. Is this a buy and hold? Is this a fix and flip? Is this a midterm rental, which is also a buy and hold? Is this a wholesale deal, which I've actually never heard? You can get lending with wholesale deal too with EMD. So this we're literally just gonna chat, just share
Yeah.
real quick, like the difference of a private money lender and a private money partner. Some persons call it a private money partner, some persons call it a capital partner. Either way, to each his own. Whatever is it that you want to call it, you just call it that.
I know. I started hearing the word PMP. There are PML and PMP. I was like, I know what a private money partner is, but like we started acronyming it now. Okay.
Because and it depends on the context too, because some person will look on the private money lending as a PMP, and you can use a PMP if your interest you get an interest only and an equity, which we'll share examples of when you do that part of it.
Yeah.
But a private money lender, guys, these persons are individuals. You go into a bank, not going to a bank, you make an agreement with a borrower or investor where you agree to loan someone $100 and that person agreed to pay you back the $100 in 6 months, 12 months, 3 months. And in return for you to make money, you charge them a percentage. So that could be 1%, 2%, 3%. So ideally, with the private money lender, you're getting your money back in
Hmm.
the 6 months or whatever time frame that you guys agree on. So let's say, for example, I want $100 and I go to Betsy and I was like, hey, Betsy, can you lend me $100? I want to buy this pair of shoes. And I can say, Betsy, lend me $100. I'll pay you back next week. And Betsy will be like, okay, I'll lend you $100 for you to pay me back next week, but you got to pay me 2% interest. So that means by next week, I need to pay Betsy $100 plus the 2%, and we pay Betsy. Betsy gets her money back this next week. The deal is done. Betsy was being a private money lender to me.
Yeah.
Man, see, that's simple, guys. And sometimes persons overcomplicate it, but main things that are usually in agreement is the loan amount, the loan term, and if there's any like interest. Sometimes there isn't,
Hmm.
which is then the PMP. This is weird me calling it PMP.
So equity partner.
Yeah, that's what I'm used to it as an equity partner. So I'm like, okay, but we're gonna use the terms PMP, equity partner, capital partner. This person now, instead of them giving the loan, they're coming in and they're getting ownership of the asset, right? In return for the bringing the money to the table. So maybe someone, that person, they already spent funds, their time and knowledge into acquiring an asset, but they need a key element as well, which is the money. So someone comes in with the money and they partner together to take this asset down or to buy this asset. So let's say there's a 1 bedroom house and someone found the house, but they need $10. They don't have the $10, and they don't want to worry about, okay, I need to repay this person in 6 months, 12 months. They can say to that person, hey, if you give me that $10, I'll give you a piece of the deal. So that way we now become partners on this deal. We share the same profit, we share the loss of the deal. If it's not making any money, none of us are making any money.
Yeah.
And I find a lot of times persons think that when they're an equity partner, they also get interest if it's a buy and hold. But this is where, if it's a buy and hold is the exit strategy, most cases that capital partner does not get interest, because then you now start complicating the deal and you make it so technical, and it doesn't need to be technical.
Mm-hmm.
For example, like, I'm gonna give more numbers. If someone brings, let's say we have a house on 123 Main Street, and someone brings $20,000 to the deal, and the house is worth 100,000. The person who brings 20,000, we can say, hey, bring us 20,000 into the deal, and I'll give you 20% ownership. So you get 20% of the profit. If there's a loss, you're only account for 20% of the loss. When it's tax time, you get 20% for the tax benefits of it. When it's the cash flow, you get 20% of the cash flow. And then this is just being super general.
Yeah.
And it's just that the other person who has the 80% has majority of the profit, majority share 80% of the loss. And then the documents are usually different as well when you do a PMP. Oh my God, I keep saying, okay, can't believe I'm saying. Well, as an equity partner, in this essence as well, you don't do a promissory note and a deed of trust. You just do an LLC. Now, some persons, you might do a promissory note and a deed of trust. It just depends where your funds are coming from.
Mm-hmm.
But in most cases, you always do an LLC, because then the LLC is that's going on the title. And you have your operating agreement, which breaks down how much money each partner is bringing, what they're bringing to the table, and how the allocation is done. I hope that is like so clear.
Yeah.
So clear. And most times it's like buy and hold. So the only time I've seen where the person gets equity and interest, if it's a fix and flip. And they would do the monthly interest. And then depending on the risk that the lender is carrying, such as if they're first lien, second lien, then they may make an agreement with the investor to say, hey, you're going to pay me interest, but because I'm in first lien position, I want a split of the profits. So I want my money back, which is my initial investment that I'm loaning you. I need the interest, and I also need like 5% of the profit. I don't think I've seen anything else where they get equity and
interest.
I haven't seen that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then when you're just a private money lender and you're just doing interest, there's different types of interest, right? You can do interest only, where you're just getting interest payments monthly, or annualized, which is like you're getting.
Oh, yes. I like how you brought that up. That is key. That thing annoys the crap out of me.
Yes.
People are like, I'm giving you 10% interest. And you're like, is that 10% flat or is that 10% annualized? Like, a big difference with that, because 10%, let's say you need a loan for 6 months and they're like 10%. If it's $100, it's 10% of the $100. But if it's 10% annualized, the return is going to be lower. Because you're working it out where if it's 10%, it's whatever 10% is of the loan amount for that outstanding time that you have the loan for. So let me back up a little bit. If the loan is for 3 months and it's 10%, you're going to find 10%. What is 10% for 12 months? Whatever that amount is, you divide it by 12 to see how much interest are you paying per month. And if that comes out to $20 and you're only taking the loan for 3 months, it's $20 times 3, which is what size? Oh my God, what is that?
40, 60.
you're paying $60
Mhm.
for 3 months, whereas if you had done 10% flat, it might have been way more. It's 20 times 12. So you're paying. There is always a difference. I think a lot of persons don't realize this or
Yeah.
communicate this as well. It's like a huge pet peeve, but
Yes, huge.
don't mind because you get so excited. You're like, oh wow, you're giving 12% interest, and then you go back. They're like, no, it's annualized, and I'm like, put that annualized in front of the percentage,
Or
something,
the number.
or the number, something.
Yeah,
Well,
but a lot of people, they like to do annualized, especially when they're doing like fix and flips and stuff like that, because that way, if they finish it before time,
yeah,
then they'll give you that space, like it'll be until this time, and then you won't get the whole percentage. It's just things to be aware of as if you're thinking to be a private money lender, you want to make sure you have those terms clear so that you're not upset at the end, like, hey, I thought I was going to get more. It's
yeah,
just, yeah,
no,
and it
but
works out.
and it works out. Just be clear and understand what you are going into the deal as. If you're going into the deal as a private money lender, or are you going in as an equity partner? So
Mhm.
let us know what you guys think. Like this video, comment if you have any questions at all, and let us know what you guys would like ourselves to clarify or touch on and talk about.
Yeah, connect with us. We have our handles right there. If you guys have any questions, we are live every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys have any questions, you guys can always come up on there and just ask
Yep,
away.
yep.
So, yeah. So whether you're looking to fund your next project, expand a new business, or start something new, I
Mhm.
hope that this video gave you guys some tips, some ideas, and insights so that you can also raise capital and invest with purpose.